Host, hello and welcome to our channel. Today we'll be talking about the historical events that happened before the start of each chapter in the books of Numbers to Malachi. From the wandering in the desert to the Babylonian exile, this overview will give you a better understanding of the context in which these books were written. Slide, Numbers. Host, let's start with the book of Numbers. This book covers the period from the end of the 40-year wandering period in the desert to the arrival at the borders of the Promised Land. The exact time period of this book is estimated to be around 1445 BC to 1405 BC. Slide, Historical events before the start of Numbers. Host, before the start of Numbers, the Israelites had just received the laws and commandments from God and were preparing to enter the Promised Land. The book of Numbers tells the story of the Israelites' journey towards the Promised Land and the challenges they faced along the way, including battles with their enemies and conflicts among themselves. Slide, Deuteronomy. Host, next, let's talk about the book of Deuteronomy. This book covers the period from the arrival at the borders of the Promised Land to the death of Moses. The exact time period of this book is estimated to be around 1405 BC. Slide, Historical events before the start of Deuteronomy. Host, before the start of Deuteronomy, the Israelites had just arrived at the borders of the Promised Land and were about to enter it. The book of Deuteronomy is a repetition of the laws and commandments that God had given to the Israelites, reminding them of the importance of following them in the Promised Land. Slide, Joshua. Host, continuing with the historical books of the Old Testament, we have Joshua. This book covers the period from the death of Moses to the death of Joshua. The exact time period of this book is estimated to be around 1405 BC to 1375 BC. Slide, Historical events before the start of Joshua. Host, before the start of Joshua, Moses had just died and the Israelites were preparing to enter the Promised Land. The book of Joshua tells the story of Joshua, who was chosen by God to lead the Israelites into the Promised Land and to conquer the nations that were living there. Slide, and so on. Host, this is just a brief overview of the historical events before the start of each chapter in the books of Numbers to Malachi. We'll continue with this series, covering all the books of the Old Testament and the historical events that took place before their start. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one.